Hello, hello. I hope everything's loud enough and not too loud. I did very minimal testing, so it is what it is. Let me know. If anybody shows up, let me know. Basically, just going to get into it. I'm going to turn the Friday the 13th franchise into a set of opossums. And of course, the mama opossum is going to be Pamela. I had to put some lotion on because my hands were super duper dry, so I'm kind of letting that soak in for a second. And I'm also eating breakfast because I haven't eaten yet. Pardon me. Wow. And yeah, we're just streaming into the void. We'll probably be doing that for a while until I figure out what I want to do with the background. Oh, my hands are still slippery. Usually my background frames and all that stuff kind of represent what's going on in my brain, and right now there's not a lot going on in my brain, so I feel like the blackness represents that. Not that you can really tell because the art screen is pretty big. I keep selecting the wrong one. What we should do like that? Maybe? What's going on? Things. Yeah, there we go. We have a void. We are the void. We're hanging out in the void. Alright, glove is on because we don't want to get our hand stuck to the screen. Our pen is ready. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide all these. Because we need to sketch out stuff first. I'm using a 6-inch tall and 12-inch long canvas for this. I don't know why. It sounded good in my brain. We can also rotate everything to make it vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know. I am still using Affinity Designer. I haven't changed that. I'm gonna pick a different brush though. This is gonna be like cartoony, I'm thinking. Let's see what this one looks like. No. No. There we go. That one's okay. So that was Dynamic Rough 2. What about the analog brush? What's that one like? Oh no, I don't like that. Too scratchy. I don't like that one because it moves. Which, I mean, it's kind of cool, but this is the one I usually use. I've used this one before too. I think I'm going to go with our good old faithful Sharp Bleeding Inker. This one's kind of fun too. The analog nib. You know what? Let's go with the analog nib. Alright. Sketchy colors. I think we're going to do like a limey green. Limey green. So we need tree branch, kind of like, oh, where'd it go? That's not it. This one, kind of like this to give a spot, but I really like how this one's super thin, and then I could have the baby possums like hanging off of it. So we might do something like, trying to think if I want to go to the left or to the right. I don't know. A habit of tend to go, because I read left to right. I think we're going to go left to right, which means we want to flip this. Layer, transform, flip. Okay. So if we maybe put scraggly tree kind of there-ish, can have her closer to the trunk. And then we have the babies hanging off of these two branches. So if we go, I'm doing the rule of thirds. So I don't accidentally put her in the center. It's basically what I'm trying not to do. So we want her kind of over here, and then we start the babies. Doot, 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 doot. Might need to scoot her over a wee bit, just because we need some more tree over here. Alright, let's go with what we got going on. Alright, we're going to paint in this green, or sketch in the green. So, we've got nice big ol' chunky tree. This probably, maybe we'll make this come lower, or, oh, here we go. Okay, now we're like firmly in the middle here. I don't really want that. Where's my undo button? So maybe this one goes more up. I picked some good music today. We should save this. If I can find the folder. What do I call this? Possums the 13th. I had a file named Possum 1, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was for. I'm going to call this one Possums 2. So I feel like this tree is really gnarly. We might need to make this a little bit thicker so it can go all the way across. Maybe there's a little knobby stick hanging off. Okay. Now I really like this one kind of swooping across, but we might move it up a bit. Ooh, I suddenly got brighter. My little sun lamps came on for my little plant babies. I have a whole bunch of aloe vera. They haven't died, which is kind of amazing, because historically I killed things. I did have some like little actual cacti, and the big one died, but I have like a little tiny one left. It's kind of sad that it didn't survive. I was just trying to do the best for it. And apparently my best was doing whatever it took to kill it. I think it just didn't get enough air in the roots. So basically I drown it. Okay. And we're going to put Mama Possum over here. And then we'll have the babies like hanging off all these other branches. And possums can have 13 usually. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we will have 11 babies. So 2 of them unfortunately did not make it. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Now, I'm going to hide this for a minute. I kind of want a grungier possum mom. I thought I grabbed the screaming possum mom. Oh, I lost the file again. What's going on? Why aren't you... Gotta grab this. Kind of thinking more like angry, because Pamela is pretty angry. But this pose might be good. So let's transform this. And then move this to where we want Ms. Voorhees. Oh, she's way too big. So kind of like down in the crotch of the tree, or should I put her up higher? Like up here? Where's our other one? Like, I feel like we could put her right here. A little up. And then staring straight across. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's what we're going to do. Alright. We're going to do a new layer because I will confuse myself. We will do a different color for the brush. Do like a purple. So we need some little claws. Maybe some little claws. They have opposable thumbs on their back feet, which is super cool. I think though she's gonna need to be like, tail's gonna be kind of like that. So her back feet are going to be down here. And then I think her other front foot can stay up here. This will be like her haunch. Should be hunkered down like a cat. There we got some of that going on. I am trying to do a little bit cartoony-ish, so things are not going to stay kind of this detailed, I guess would be the word. Then we pop over our preferred possum face. Scale it down. Think like that. Maybe a wee bit smaller. Maybe more like that. Oh, the little teeths. Apparently they have like a lot of teeth. Which, I mean, considering their lifestyle, I'm not surprised. And I figured we'd give the mom one some like blue fur, like make her a little bit more on the blue side, because I'm pretty sure that's the color of sweater she was wearing. Or was it yellow? I feel like I should know that. I thought it was blue. That's what the internet's for, right? It is blue. Ah. Apparently I can buy one for $50. We're not doing that. So I figured we can give her like more of a blue tinge to look like the sweater she was wearing. I think that would be fun. Alright. Let's hide that and zoom back out. Weird things keep popping up on my screen and I keep like not seeing them all the way. Like they're just in the corner of my eye. I feel like she might be a little too big. I'm thinking like maybe her head might be too big. I think it'll be okay. I think that's good. Right. Let's get these hanging babies. And we need 11, if I recall. Because on 1980s, we're doing Pamela. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So we need to smatter 11 little things floating around. And they'll each have like a little mask. Because I thought that would be cute. But we just need like the little beans first. Didn't I have one? Apparently not. Well, that's fine. So maybe we'll do number 1 really close to Mom. Maybe looking at Mom. Or we could put it on Mom. If I was going to do that, though, I would want to put them like... I would want to make Mom bigger. So, I don't think we're going to make Pamela bigger. Excuse you. Thought I had a hanging one for reference. Do I not have a hanging one? Wow. Could have swore I grabbed a hanging one. Well. I'm so easily distracted right now. Not just today, but it's been like a bunch. Even yesterday was really a challenge. Alright, so we're gonna put each one of the babies on its own layer just so we can shift them around and do stuff like that. Maybe number 2 is like down here. Little tail holding on, and maybe it's just like a little bean looking at us. So possums don't, I guess, usually hang upside down. Only like the babies might, like the little ones, because their body weight. I meant to put this on a different layer. They're too heavy. They're really dense, I guess. I don't know. I have never actually interacted with an opossum. But I was looking up weird animals, and opossums were on that list. Because we don't know a lot about them, I guess. I don't know. They're elusive. I did learn that they don't have, like, normal dens. Like, they don't have homes that they live in. What am I drawing? There we go. They just, like, use abandoned dens and stuff like that, or they'll hole up in tree logs and stuff. But, like, the only time they sleep in, like, the same burrow on a regular basis is, like, when they're, when it's mating season. And that's kind of crazy. Just roaming around, doing what they do. Alright, got 3. Four. Five. That branch might be hanging down a little bit more with him on it. I'm not sure. Alright, so got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to decide if we're going up and then down, or if we're going to keep a vertical thing. So like 1981, 1982, 1983, or 1924, 1985, 1986. 88, 89, 93, like that, or if we just kind of hodgepodge them. Like, do we go up from here and then do the newer ones down at the bottom, or do the older ones down at the bottom and the newer ones at the top? What are you cats doing? I mean, I'm going to put the older ones up at the top and the newer ones down at the bottom. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do it 88, 89, and 93 up here. And then do 2001. Both 2001s. And then 2009. In the corner. think we'll do that. So I think we're going to have this one kind of standing. Like that. We'll have one hanging. That, I don't know what that is. What was that? I don't know. No clue what that was. All right. I think this one's going to basically be looking straight down or almost straight down at his siblings. Maybe a little paw reaching. And then we do another one over here. This one's like reaching over this way. Whoa, I hit undo instead of save. Okay. Oh, I put all right. So 80, 81, 82, 84, 86, 85, 86, 88, 89, 93. Okay, and then the 2000s and then the 2009. We're getting there. We're getting there. Get the sketch out. Might help if I had the right tool. Okay, so we are on 2001, and it has two. They're from the same movie, though. Right? So that's when they find him and unlock him in the spaceship. And then that's after he evolves. I feel like that should be the same guy. Probably do a split mask. Or have like two on top of each other. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do two, but we'll have one on top of the other, like they're playing. I think I have a picture of that. Something like this, like they're playing. And we'll put the new mask on the one that's on top. And then we'll put the old mask, the beginning of the movie mask, on the one on the bottom. That's what we're gonna do. we need you to move up out of the way. And I just gotta figure out how to do that while they're balancing on a branch. Two little furry triangular faces. His little feet. His tail's probably going around because I'm sure his brother or sister is pretty heavy. Maybe he's kind of fallen off. I think the branch goes through him. And then we have his sibling's butt hanging down. Maybe his head's a little bit more up here. Something like that. I think something like that would be funny. Okay, now we just need 2009. Oh. I don't want him hanging off the page, so I think we'll have him also, like, standing on the branches. Maybe he'll be looking up at his brothers up there, siblings. So this is his butt. We get a good look at his butt. He's got little paws because his arm is in a weird position. And we just get some good old possum booty. Save. We've made progress, so saving is important. All right, I think we've got what we can start making lines with. Let's zoom this out real quick. And let's make a notes layer. We'll do the notes. Stop pinging me. Oh, my pillows are out for delivery. I ordered new pillows because my pillows are sad and flat. And that's, you know, sad. Okay, so we have, I know I just hid this, but we're gonna like pull it back out. All right. So this is not 2000s. This is 1980. This is 81. This one's 82. This one's 84. And I cannot read what that says. Whoa, excuse you. I did not want that. I just want you to move up so I can read you. Oh, 85. Okay, 84, so you're 85. 85. 86. 88. 89. 93. 2001. 2009. Okay, I think we got everybody. And I think we start laying down some actual ink lines. So first thing we're going to do is group everything together. Group. And reduce the opacity. Boom. Black. I think I'm just gonna start somewhere. I think we'll start with Pamela. I think that's where we'll start. I can't wait to color them. Alright, again, so we're trying to go a little bit cartoony. So let's, I don't know, I'm gonna make this smaller. Usually I go with like 30. Pretty sure that's what I was doing with the Sir Lemon stuff, although that was quite a bit smaller. So give her angry beady eye. I want it to be cartoony, but I want it to be realistic. Well, hello. Hello, Alfie. You want to come up and say hi? Oh, you want to say hi? Pay the cat tax? Oh, I know, you don't like it when I'm sitting down. Where are you going? Where are you trying to go? Are you going to curl up with Wayland? I know, he's taken up the whole thing. It is quite small, though, so I don't know how you think you were going to fit anyway. Oh, the cats. Sometimes my drawing screen does not want to keep up with me. Okay, hear me out. I was thinking of making her tail grab the knife that she used in the first movie. Is that too much? So I would have to end her tail around here, I think. The knife would be pointing... Oh, we might have to redraw her whole tail. That's okay. We can go back to the sketch layer. This is why we keep these things. Back to here. So if we have her holding the knife, which I do have a reference image for, which is of course off the screen now that I am zoomed in so far. So if we just have her like... I mean, it would be angled this way. I don't think there's a way around it unless we have it pointing up. Like that. Actually, we might be able to make it go like that. And have her tail. And then we'd have her tail come like this. No, why do you keep fucking doing that, you piece of poop? You're supposed to be here. Okay. So we have her tail kind of come. Something like that, maybe? And then I think the only reason that would be up this high is because she's resting her tail on the tree branch. Kind of like that idea. I like having the knife in here. I think the knife is a bit too big, and so I think I need to scale the knife down. They're about the size of cats, like a good sized cat. And this knife is like a 2-3 inch blade? Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Well, to scale of her. So I'm thinking right about there is probably the right length. Thinking, maybe. I think that's what we're gonna do. I do declare. That is what I'm gonna do. Might be like too obvious, but I think that's what we're gonna do. We need a black again. Zoom in. And she's got to protect her babies, right? She has to protect her babies. And they have like armor plating on their tails, so like scaly. It looks like corn to me, like when you like overcook some corn and it gets kind of flat. That's what their scales on their tail remind me of. So we will add some of that. And then do second one also with some scales. More scales. goes, and then so the tail comes. Okay, so it goes up, down, up, down. So we will need another kind of going down like this though. So not, you know what, this one's probably going to actually come in front. Of the rest of the tail. So something like that. That's too big. Too big. My eraser was too big. And then we put some scales on this. And then we draw the knife, what little bit we can see. Yay me. Why am I cheating? Because I can. Alrighty, we have the knife, and I am happy. Alright, let's get some little feetsies down. Alright, so on this foot, so if you're holding on to something, and we can see like this side, her thumb is going to be on the inside, so we will see her 4 little paws, her 4 little toes. With some wicked claws, because, you know, mom. Gotta protect her babies. One, two. Three. And this one will be 4. And then just a bunch of fur. And we're going to use fur. So much fur. Okay, so if her shoulder kind of starts up here, her toe beans are going to be over here where that black dot is. So we're just going to fur up the rest of this, give her some random fur. Alright. This one is also on the side that we get to see, so I think we're gonna do she could be missing a toe. I think that would be mean. So I don't think we're gonna do that. Okay, and then this one is gonna just be her thumb from the other hand. And the rest of her fingers are on the other side of the tree, so we're seeing this. Hold on, let's hide the... Alright, let's draw some of the tree branches around her. Because we can make them knobby and gross. Let me give it like a little branch up here that kind of is weird. Alright, and then we got like something coming off over here. I have no clue what that was. And then there's like sometimes like getting too into the weeds is a bad thing, and I should try not to do that. Trying to do cartoony. We do not need that many details. I'm gonna save. I think we should get the rest of this tree crotch, and then we'll do like 1981. Okay, this one is in front of her, so might need to kind of give this tree some little extra wrinklage here to kind of indicate that it's a tree crotch. And now I think this is a different tree branch, or like coming from like the other side of the tree, or possibly lower on the tree. So we don't have to try to add another groove. So just add a little bit more of a wrinkle right here. Just a little one. Something like this. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So we need, do we have anybody actually hanging off of this branch? Oh yeah, we do. So we do need this one. That's too smooth. Want gnarly, lumpy, bumpy branches with weird shit happening on them. So we will kind of draw this up a bit. This one's got that going on. Maybe we add one here. I don't Don't know what that is. Don't know what that one is. Oh my gosh, come on. Don't know. It's so easy to get stuck in the weeds on tree branches. It's saving. Okay. We are going up to work on 1981. Okay, 1981 has its tail wrapped around. But we're gonna do his feetsies first, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then just, it's like a furry little bean. Kind of want him to be reaching a little bit. He's gonna be too tiny really to see much of anything, I think. All right, we need our mask reference real quick. This is the one with the cloth sack over his head. Okay, we can work with that. I think what we'll do is just kind of something like this. I want his little ear to be peeking out so we know he is an opossum. And I kind of feel his nose should be peeking out. Do the stitching. You know what? We're gonna have his mouth open a bit. We'll do a little string hang in. And I think we need something like that. Oh, and isn't there's an eye hole on it somewhere, isn't there? Zoom out. Yeah, there is an eye hole, so we should give him an eye hole. I think his eye hole's on the other side, but we're going to give it to him on this side. I'll just give him a little beady black eye. Actually, we can give her also a beady black eye because they basically have black eyes. Ha! It makes her look so angry. Which is exactly what we want. We are going to make the pupil the highlight dot, I think. Come on, a little bigger. All right, so now his tail is going up Right up. Around. With the scales. Okay. So we can kind of just go like something like this. As a tangent. Let's draw this first. So he might not have the greatest grip on this tree branch, but I don't think any of the movies had the greatest grip on Sanity at all. Okay, and now we can work on this tree branch some more. And this one just goes off screen. So we're going to kind of do something like that. And I think down here we should do, because we got all this, so we kind of should fill the space, but we'll go a little bit more across. That's better. Making it harder than it has to be. How are these bangers royalty free, man? NCS is working overtime. That's who I'm listening to right now, right? Yeah. NCS. I think this is like their best of 2025. The playlist I selected said it had like 8 hours of music on it, and I was like, dang. Caught up in the weeds again. What if that was broken? Okay, I will draw the rest of that one later, which is really hard to do. It is a challenge. But we need to get on with the rest of these possums. Little possum babies. And their spooky dooky masks. They're not dooky, they're just spooky. Ookie spooky? Ookie spooky, I think that's what I meant. Alright, 1982's mask is the one with the triangle on his forehead and the two triangles pointing towards his face. And it's like super flat. I'm thinking do we punch out the nose? Like, do we do like a 3/4 mask where like the jaw is open so he can open and close his mouth? But like have it like nod out. I think that's what we do. I do think that's what we do. He's staring at us anyways, so there's not going to be like a great amount of depth or anything. And again, I'm trying really hard for it to be more cartoony. Alright, so there's his nose, mouth, chin, and then we do little beady eyes, and then the mask, like that. This looks so stupid. I love it. It's stupid, but I love it. Okay, and then we've got that one's just going to be color, I think, mostly. We can do the little straps. Oops. And then there's just like fur. And his little ears peeking through. Little ears peeking through. Okay. I think that's just going to be dark. And then we will make the eraser smaller. And we will eraser out some teeth for him. I think like that. He looks like some weird teddy bear right now. Okay, he needs some little feet that is probably too big. They're gonna be like right under his face. We're probably not gonna see all of them, so I think I'll leave it at 3. I have no clue where I clicked. Okay, and then he's also gonna have a couple right there. I think we will also just draw 3. Okay. Fuzz fur. He is literally just a rocket of fur. And then he is... Okay, I don't think he should be holding on with his tail for dear life. The branch is kind of thick, so I think we're just going to have his tail like hanging down. Maybe kind of pointing towards his mom. Miss Pamela. So if we just do something like that, I feel like that might be too long. Something like that. What are you doing, Affinity? And then add our scale texture, very loose scale texture. I'm going to try really hard to only do like 3 shades of color on these guys. You know, base color, highlight, and shadow. I'm trying to, it's 3. That's what we're going to try to do. 3. Hey Keith, how are you? Are you having a good Wednesday? Oh no, I'm out of tea. Alright, let me see where we're at. And I think I'm going to take a quick break to go get some more tea. Alright. We did the sketch. And we've started on the lines in like, what, an hour and 20 minutes? I know the weather is disgusting and I also have to go out today. I am not really looking forward to it. It was so nice yesterday. I mean, it was a little cold yesterday, but it was really nice. Also, let me know how the audio is. Is like the background music too loud, too quiet? Am I too loud, too quiet? I did minimal testing, which is why we're streaming into the void. Yay! I didn't forget everything. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I need more tea. And where is my break one? I will be back. Shouldn't be too long, like a couple minutes. Maybe we'll get lucky and whatever ads are scheduled to run will run while I'm on my break. Actually, I can trigger those, can't I? You started with a Maybelline. That is such... that I know, they start off with, like, right away. And I think they're supposed to run 1 an hour on mine. Like, I think that's what I have it set up. But I think if I run an ad now, that it won't trigger the next ad for another hour. And I was actually drawing, so if there was an ad at, like, the hour mark, I missed it. I think I'm overthinking this. I'm just going to go on break. I'm not going to hit the add button. And if an ad plays for you, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. All right. I'll be back in just a minute. Do I have this set up right? Yes, I think I do. Okay. Do I? Do I? Do I? What's going on? Okay. I think I have it set up properly now. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I am back, and the music is really loud. Where is... Okay, it's not loud for you guys. Okay, it's just loud for me, and I think it's just this song. We'll go and turn it down a little bit more. Sorry about the Windows ding. Alright, where are we at? Okay, so we are going to make the tree branch to the 1984 one, and what does his mask look like? His is basically the same. Oh, he does not have the triangles on his cheeks, so he just has the V on the forehead. Okay, we can do that. And he's hanging upside down, so I think all the masks are going to have, like, the mouth available for them to open and close. I feel like that's appropriate. Alright, so he's got maybe not quite that squiggly. Alright, nose, mouth, erase this a little bit. Shoot. Something like that, and then we've got like the little band coming there, maybe. It's crazy that like a Maybelline commercial came on for Think Bolt there, because I'm not really like a makeup girly. Okay, so we need an ear spot. Maybe this one's kind of got his paws on his mask. That is the saddest looking paw. So close. I knew you were going to do that, software. Alright, so we got one arm up. So we need to kind of do something like that. I feel like and this one can be like that. And then we do our scrawny little bean shape. Okay. Ooh, okay. This one's... Ugh. Doesn't have to be perfect. 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 It's supposed to be cartoony. Doesn't have to be hyper realistic or super logical. I would like his tail to be a little bit more rounded though. Wow. He's doing that overhand grip where you like grip the bar and then put your thumb over top to lock your fingers in place. He's doing that. That's what he's doing. Because we don't want him to fall off. Okay, we got 3. Okay, what we got going for 85? His is like really dirty. I don't see any. I thought he had like arrows that went kind of away from his nose towards like the bottom of his mouth. Maybe I'm wrong. He might not have any markings. Maybe they've all worn off. Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the same mask. Like 82, 84, and 85 are like supposed to be all the same mask. And it's just like worn down really bad. Maybe? Okay, this potato looks like he's like sliding off. He's too short for starters, so we need to make him a little bit longer. Okay. So let's start like kind of like making him sag down this way a little bit. Come on, software. Don't start with me. We're gonna do this. So that's too skinny. And then his tail is gonna go around the tree. I don't think we can see his feet, really. We might be able to see one from up here. Something like that. We'll put his tail coming out from behind there. Like that. Oh, might have to redraw his head a little bit. Who are we on? This one. We're on this guy. So we are going to erase him. We're going to not erase all of him, but like a bunch of him. Okay. So we're going to do something a little bit more like that. Foot, arm, and then I think we're just going to do that. I think that's what we're going to do. I keep making a fist with my hand, and now my hand hurts. Because it's just sitting on my lap in a fist. Oh, I have a fidget toy now. A bought myself a little fidget toy. It's got like little spiky things on it. It feels really neat to hold. It also has like a keycap, so I can make clicky noises, which I am less enthused about because I don't necessarily care about the sound, but the texture is really nice. Like it's spiky, but not painful spiky. And I got it just for that reason. So hopefully, like if I was making a fist or clenching my hand or something like that, that I could stop. Because, you know, it hurts. We don't need that. Okay, so... Come on. Select it. Okay, I think we need to bring that closer. I think we need to do that with this side too. This cannot be copyright free. It's on the royalty free radio though. Oh, it is. It says NCS Mixtape Madness. Okay. I'm trusting you, NCS. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you. It's not my favorite type of music, but, like, the beat's not bad. I'm trusting NCS. I linked the playlist somewhere. Oh, that was on YouTube. Anyway, it's the NCS Best of 2025. If you got a hankering for a random selection of pretty good music. Personal opinion, of course. Hee hee. Okay, we got 1985. Alright. We need to work on some tree branches. We need to get this one coming off the page. So let's go ahead and do that. Sometimes you can't help but to make random little tiny triangles, even when you don't really want to. Okay. Trying to loosen up on these branches. Mostly just so we can get them done, out of the way. And they're not like the focus, so we'll have to think of something to do with them. Okay. We do need to get this to go all the way over, though. But I think we can go up to, what's to 1986's Little Possum Baby. Where are we going? Here we go. Okay, so we have... Okay, 1986 is hanging off of a branch that comes out over here somewhere. So I think we should probably draw that branch first. Not really what I want to do, but I think that that's what we need to do. Maybe we'll make it a weird lumpy one. Okay, it needs to be about yay thickness. Okay, we got this branch coming off of it like that. Something like that. Alright, this one, okay, 1986. This is when that new one comes in, right? Yes. This is the one that doesn't have any triangles on the side. It's only got the triangle above the head. Above the eyeballs. And then it gets into really bad shape. How are we going to do the 1993 one? His skin is eating the mask. Maybe his fur is eating the mask? I don't know. Okay. Okay. Do the body. You know what we can do is we can have his foot kind of holding him up too. Or maybe he's touching the tree with his foot. Let's have he's touching the tree with his foot. I just want some variety. And then I think this arm would be reaching out a little bit. Or would this one be? Is he trying to pull himself up? That's the question. Is he trying to pull himself up? Maybe he is. So maybe we need this one to be... Oh my god. Why can't I... Like, why can't I do these on the first try? Because they're really tiny, that's why. And we're just kind of doing a 3... Like, we know they have more, but we're doing what we can get away with. Alright. So, got the nose, the bottom. Music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is pretty awesome. Alright, so... Alright, we can bring this to there. Bring that to there. Save. Okay, now we can draw his tail. Okay. Put the scales on. Nope, they go this way. All right, we need to get this going off to where it's supposed to go. Don't know where it's supposed to go because it's a tree branch and they do whatever they want, right? We do need to finish this one, I think. Don't know what I'm doing. We're doing that. That's what we were doing. Getting into the weeds again. Don't want to be in the weeds. I don't remember NCS having, like, such a diverse range. Usually I just, like, end up hearing all their, like, epic movie music background stuff. I don't, like... I don't remember listening to this stuff. Did it again. Wrong button. I'm spending too much time on the branches, and I know I am, and I just can't make myself stop. Freaking trees. Why do you have to be so cool? All the negative spaces and stuff, man. Okay, maybe this is like where it's broken off. Perfect. Broken branches solve a lot of problems, don't they? Butamus. Okay, we just need to do this up here. Do, 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 do. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. 1988. Same as 86, but like way more beat up. Oh, this is when he's got a stitch in his head in 86. Where's 86? Oh, it's on the other side. Well, we don't get to see the crack in the 1986 one because it's on the other side. But we can put 88s. 88 is facing that way, so we will do that. We will make sure 88 has what it needs. Okay, we're going to... Apparently this is a first exclusive. Now, oh, there's our ad break. So I did miss the other. Oh, no, maybe this is the... No, because it should have been at the 1 hour mark. So there must have been one at like 1 hour 5 minutes and I missed it. This is for the Twitch viewers. If you're watching on YouTube, you will not have to worry about that unless, I don't know, YouTube does its thing. I don't know what their stream commercials are like, because I pay for YouTube. I like being able to skip commercials, not have to deal with them, and listen to the music when I'm, you know, walking around. That is terrible. Okay. Alright. Got Fuzzy Little Paw. One of the few streaming things I pay for is YouTube. But I am chronically on YouTube, so it is what it is. Oh, my ad break ended. My community is back. Thank you, Twitch. Where is the break? It's really close to the top, so like right here. And this just kind of disappears into the fur. And then something like that. Okay, and then this tail. And we can put that behind or in front. I don't know. I want to leave it right now. Doot, 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 doot. That's his ear. All right, make that branch. Oh, yay, that one just goes off the screen and I don't have to, oh, too big. We can do something like that. Doesn't have to be super fancy. This one we can also have going off the screen. Alright, what are we doing? Stupid tree branches. Swear to God, it's gonna be like the last time I do a tree. It's not. It's not gonna be the last time I do a tree, which really sucks for me. Alright. Looks like this guy, 89, is going to have to shift over to hang off of this or off of this little one. We might do this little one, which means I can get rid of that. We might actually have to make the little one a little bit longer. So let's erase this one. Okay. We do something a little bit more like, whoa. Something more like that. And then we can put him there, which I think we will do. We've got to find him though, move him up. Nope. Yep. So put him a little bit more like there. Save. This is why you do sketches first. Think about it, get your reference images, do a bunch of sketches. Maybe not a bunch of sketches, even just one sketch. Because you can kind of change things as you go. Pardon me, oh my gosh. That actually kind of hurt. Those surprise ones, like, when they sneak up on ya, they sneak up on ya. Alright. So we might be able to do like 2.5 wraps around this tree. Kind of want him to be a little bit longer on this side. So like his arm is probably going to start about there. So he's kind of like curving, like going with the sound effect. Swoop. And this one might be reaching up a little bit. Oh, this one's going to be hard. We're not going to see a lot of this one because this is his chin. Alright. With the teeth. Nose. So the mask is going to making my brain work, man. Why would I do that? Why would I want to make my brain work? Okay. It's going like that. Well, that's not going to be super impressive for this one. But I think people will figure it out. Because the direction that we're going, right? Fingers crossed. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to have the lines done. Only took 3 hours. My fault for having tree branches. My fault for the tree branches. Okay, we might have him holding his foot on this. I think that could be fun. I don't know what's going on with this one. That just looks weird. Whoops. That's not what we wanted. Okay, looks like we need to move this guy up also. It's this one? Yes. Because I think this tree branch is going to go up a little bit higher. And then we could have him pushing his feet, like we can see his toe beans over top of this tree branch a little bit. And then he'd be reaching for this one. So he might be doing a little bit of a crunch. And 93. So we don't even have to really worry about mask too much because most of his face is eating it. So we'll have to think of something to do. We'll have ourselves like 10 minutes of a think. A little bit of a think. Alright. So we've got something like this. Frickin' tree branches. I really like trees. I really truly do like trees. Drawing on my style, I don't think I like. Because I get stuck in the weeds and I want to make them look like, you know, tree branches. So. And then they just end up looking too detailed. And they just go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, we need to worry about this right here. Right here, and right here. And then this is the bottom branch. It goes up that way. Alrighty, what do we got here? Okay, his tail is like way low. Way low. So his tail should be more like that. Which I think is going to be good. I think this will work with what we are planning. So... then... his toe is reaching, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. His opposable thumb, little furry. I think we're just gonna put like the outline of his foot here. Do, 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 do. I feel like he needs to be fluffier. But he's hanging, so maybe not fluffier per se, but... okay. And then we'll have his little hanging onto this. It's not quite right. Like that. So his fur's coming like that. We'll put some toe beans right here. All right. I think this one's going to really heavily rely on color. Which does not make me excited. I mean, it does make me excited because I like colors, but it's kind of frustrating and annoying that I did that to myself. Okay, and then we got 3 more down there, but I want to get this branch going off the page as far as I can. Even if it's just kind of a loose scribble. I think what I'll do is I will have it more abstract on the edges, where the colors will just like bleed into a fuzz. That way you focus on the little guys. Alright, 2001, here we are, where we have the normal mask, and then he gets the cyborg mask. And they're both, I'm 90% sure they're in the same movie. 90% sure. I don't know why I started with this guy's eyeballs. Okay, he doesn't have straps, right? It's just like melded to his face. Yes. So we don't need straps. And in fact, we don't even really want a hard edge. We want a fuzzy edge because it's growing out of his fur. This can be a hard edge, or harder edge. And I think so can this little bit that hangs down. Then we've got the dots. Little ears. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fuzz, and then, hang on, that is his back legs. Should I put his back legs down here maybe? I think that's what we're gonna do. So this, where'd they go? Where'd they go? It's this one, right? Yeah, it's this one. So we are going to get his back legs off of there. And his back legs are going to be, so he's going to be a little bit lower here. And then his back legs are going to be like right here. And then we can have his tail kind of wrapping around this way. Like that. And then this one can be definitely pulling down. Yeah. That's the tree branch going through. So we still have those. And then we have this guy's back feet hugging the branch. Yeah. Okay. fixed it. I was hoping to have this done by Friday, but I don't know, man. This one might not have the, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Okay. I feel like this one's going to heavily rely on color also. Right, where does this tree branch do its thing? Conveniently need it to be kind of straight right here. All right. This one's a chunky boy. Oh. We're doing it wrong. Okay, so now we go from behind into the front and then behind. And then comes down a bit and then back up. We go like that. What is this song? It's interesting. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just like, talking about Backstreet Boys? What? Oh my god, we only got one more. One more left. Oh my gosh. Woo. And then we can start doing some quick brush stuff. So like get some base colors in. Yay. Okay. We need the branch to come out. I have no clue how this guy is actually sitting on this branch, so it's pretty thin. I think it's just going to be these 2 branches. I don't think it's going to branch out into 3. Or if it does, it's going to be like right here. That's too thick. That's too thick. Big chunk of booty. Fuzzy. Okay, we gotta do his head still. And I gotta fix this tree branch. I don't like where it is. Like, it's come down too far. Maybe something more like that would work. Okay. And we are back to having straps, right? We are back to having straps. Yep, back to having straps. Okay. This is nose. I'm getting tired. Okay, eyeball. Nope, other way. Such a mess right there. All right, and then 3. Whoops. All right. I feel like this needs to be more fuzzy butt. Getting in the weeds again. We don't need to be doing that. Okay, and then this, that's the eraser. And we have I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. We're just going to erase it and we will just have it kind of do a thing. Something like that. I think we're finally done with lines. Okay, we have to figure something out with these guys here. It is a big branch, so we do actually have to do something with it. Because it's in the middle of the drawing. Don't know. Yeebus. Definitely getting too tired to do anymore, I think. Ugh. Okay, save. Okay, we're gonna hide that. I'm gonna hide that. And Coolio. I think we need to bring these up a bit. Oh, shoot. I didn't draw his tail on. WTF. That's why you do a quick look through. Right. Hang on. Up. Down. Whoops. Down. Up. Down. So this can actually just do a thing. Do a thing. Do some scales. Okay.
Okay, this one also needs to go up. I think we're just gonna have this one like pop out from the back. Do a little knot there. I think we're good. Okay. We hide that. Everyone's got tails. Everyone's got tails. Ears. Ears. They're all on branches and stuff. Woohoo! Alright. Oi. I'm going to take a quick break. Get some blood pumping to my brain. Maybe I'll do some jumping jacks or something. And then we will get in base colors. We'll do a nice little gradient on the sky. Get the grays in. Whatever color we decide to do the tree. We'll just get the base colors down. That way, off stream, I can, later tonight probably, I will try to get more of it finished. Maybe I'll stream later tonight too. I don't know, but it does need to happen. So, because we've only got until Friday. And I might have to work on some tomorrow night too. So, I will be back. Where's my break screen? There it is. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I have returned. Where's my pen? There's my pen. Okay. We need nocturnal, so we need night stuff. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, grouping all of our references together. Just to make this easier. Alright. Nighttime, I like to start with a dark purple. And we are going to do brushes. I think I usually use oils. Because they've got some pretty cool textures in here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's see what this one looks like. I'm going to make the brush giant. Oh, nice. Look at that. I've even got some different colors going on in there. Very nice. Okay, we're just going to cover this whole thing. Yes, I know there's stuff peeking through, and that is A-okay. So we're going to do another layer. And we are going to do color, I'm going to do darker blue. Actually, I think I did those backwards. Usually I do blue first. Put the blue up top. Okay, let's do some more blue. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, so the top third-ish is that. That was our base. And then we're gonna do like almost black. Actually, we're probably gonna put this as almost black. That's not what I said. I said almost black. There we go. Okay. And then this one we do actual black. For like the bottom third-ish. But we are also going to... That is not what I wanted to do, thank you very much. Put you over top. Kind of give a little vignette thing going on. Okay, brushes. Okay, the black needs to be way bigger. And blue. Alright, and then... Whoa, never mind. We're not blending that. I think what we're going to need to do is go over to the vector layer and just do a rectangle. We'll fill it with black. We'll take away the outline. That way it'll just fill in all the empty holes. Oh, yay, another ad break. Okay, God, it's been 3 hours already. Jeebus. Okay. Save. We have the background. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to make this a mask. And then we're going to pick up our 3 layers. And we're going to drop them in. Okay. Now, this is still background, we're going to put some really dark green tree branch, tree leafy things, like super dark. Because all this is just in the background and it doesn't matter. In fact, it needs to go under the black, I think. Okay, turn that back on. I think it needs to be darker. Let's try to add a little bit more depth to it. I think that's pretty good. I think it gives us the right mood. Alright. I'm going to put that down there because we don't need that. Okay. We are going to do the tree branches. I'm at a loss of what color to do the tree branches. Because, like, in our reference pictures, which I guess I could move to the top. Like, that's a daytime picture, and they're not usually out during the day. Like, because they're nocturnal. And this one's kind of got, like, it's mostly backlit, but it's, like, gray. Which would make these really dark gray, so almost black. Which I think is probably what we're gonna do. Or maybe we'll do like a brownie gray. So maybe something like that. Because we can always highlight them. Okay. Alright, we are gonna do our basic brushes for this. Let's see if Christie's Comic Toolbox box brushes download, which they're not, so we're going to go to basic brushes, do a round one, give it like a 20 something ish. Okay, we're gonna whoa, that brightness, man. Woo. Okay, I think we need a little bit bigger. We can clean it up later. Why don't you just use a paint bucket or something? Because I like to do all the colors on separate layers to keep me from having horrible errors. could go around and like lasso everything, but that I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's like drawing the same thing like 4 or 5 times. But yes, I hypothetically could just lasso everything that I wanted and then fill it with the paint bucket. But I don't think it's any better than what I'm currently doing. Maybe it's too traditional art brain of me. The goal is to just get these base colors down so we can assess, because we can do masks and stuff after. And we'll do a vignette of some sort to help with the tree branches that we don't care about. Round and round. Round and round. Maybe there'd be like little spotlights on these guys. Little reddish spotlights on them. So the area right around the trees will light up a little bit red. That could work. Add a very unsettling vibe, and then I can justify having like little brighter sections. Woo! I accidentally grabbed the slider instead of the tree branch. Come on, software. Don't get all holed up on me. Ugh. Had a banana on my break, and I guess it's called like somatic jumping or something for like 30 seconds. I always thought it was fun. You just kind of like jump, but you let your like arms be all floppy, and you can like twist your body a little bit, and they flop around in interesting ways. And I did a little bit of that to try to wake myself up. It did okay. 30 seconds probably not long enough, but I just kind of want to get this done. Like this part done, not like the whole thing done. I'm glad I chose to do this digitally and not traditionally, because I think it would be very different, and I don't necessarily think I would like it. And also, like, I don't know, traditional stuff has been, like, overwhelming me lately. Not fully recovered from my burnout, obviously. So, fun times. I've started so many things, and I've finished, like, 2. Maybe 3? No, probably 2. I take that back. I have a couple... I did a couple Sir Lemon portraits earlier this year. End of last year. Finished the ukulele. I have to take it back to its owner. But we've both been super busy, so it's been really hard to, like, coordinate a time. I was like, we're done, we're not done. I've got this little bit here. Okay, save. Very good. Okay. So this is lines. Lines. That is not what I typed. Oh, the function key got hit. Okay. This is tree. Branch. That's not how you spell branch. Okay. And then possums. Alright, possums are mostly gray. So we're gonna do like a lighter, a cool gray. So we'll do like a lighter gray because we can darken this one. And their heads are mostly white. And we do have to put some blue into Miss Voorhees. And their tails are like a pinkish color. We need to hide tree branches. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. Okay, a lot bigger. Again, I'm just trying to block in some colors. Then we'll go through and add the appropriateness. Do you guys have a theater that's showing Friday the 13th? One of our local theaters did like a double feature for Friday the 13th, the first one, the one that was in February last month. And it was like $8 a ticket, which was like amazing. I did not go, but I did stream on Discord the movie with a bunch of friends, which is fun. And that's what we're going to do again this Friday. We're going to watch part 2. Look at these fuzzy little beans. It's going to be so cute in a gross way. do, do. Keep making fist with the hand that's not doing anything and it's making the hand hurt. Do, 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 do. I need to like invest in like an actual stress ball or something that I can squeeze and fidget with. I do like this spiky thing. It feels neat, but maybe something a little bit more fidgety that I can like clench and unclench with. At least then I'll get some strength in that hand. Okay, I think we've got base possum layers down. We do. Alright. Let's get their tails in. Oh my god, hey Cherry Round. I know, I snuck onto the internet to stream for a little bit. Okay, not a little bit. It's been like almost 2.5 hours. But I'm trying to make myself be more productive with art and not just like walk away when my brain gets overwhelmed. So we did the whole planning and everything. Now I forgot what I was doing. Tails. They're like a pinkish color. I have to do like a desaturated color because it's nighttime. Dusky rose. Okay, do possum tails. Should I have no curtail my expectation? So my goal is to stream at least once a week right now. It'll either be a Wednesday or a Saturday. I haven't like decided what day, but the goal is to stream once a week because I do miss making art and I've been having a lot of trouble doing traditional art, so we're going to do digital art. At least once a week. And on a couple of those streams, we'll be making the background, so we won't be streaming in the void. I meant like, you know how I used to have like the frames and stuff like that? And I don't have that right now. I'm literally just deleted all of them because it's not how my brain feels. So we will be streaming something that, you know, we will develop something that's more appropriate for what my brain is vibing. And we don't need anything that big. Thank you very much, software. Little toe beans. Toe beans. But anyway, so we've got like Mama Voorhees here. And all of her little babies. Her little baby possums. That's like way too far. We got all the little possum babies for all the movies. It has been a lot of colors since I last streamed. I think it was purple or like a fuchsia color. So like a really bright pink or purplish color. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm gonna do it blue again. It's getting kind of long. I shouldn't say that. The roots are getting long, and I'm starting to be able to see, like, really see my roots. So I think it's about time to dye it again. The roots are, I don't know, an inch long or so. Something like that. Never ignore your roots. Truth, man. Truth. Never ignore your roots. Didn't need that software. Thank you very much. NCS putting out some bangers, man. Oh, we might not do his ears. We might do his ears the metal. I think we'll leave his ears uncolored for now. I'm just blocking in colors. Because I'm tired. I mean, it's been like 3.5 hours. And, you know, I had to like do the stream prep and stuff like that. So I've been like working on stuff for a good 4 hours. And that's a long time. I don't even like, I shouldn't say never. I hardly ever actually like do a full 110% grind for 4 hours, even at work. Like, it's got the attention span for that, man. And the days that I do actually have to like do the grind for a significant block of time, I pass the fuck out after work. Like, I will lay down on like a little sofa or day bed. I've rearranged my office so much. I actually have like a little love seat thing. And then I have like a day bed. And like if I'm super tired, I will just go lay down after work. I won't even go upstairs and lay down in like the actual bed. I just pass out down here. Like, who's got the energy to go upstairs? Busy is good, as long as you have enough time to take care of yourself. Oh, we need his ears. So everybody got ears and things? It looks like everyone's got ears and things. Ears and feetsies. Ears and feetsies. And Mama Voorhees needs a little bit more here, like that, I think. Save. Alright, let's see what we've got total right now. So we've got the background. Wow. It's like I went into dark mode, which I kind of did. And then we got tree branches. Oh, this is coming together nicely. I always like taking the lines off because like things look so whack. They look so whack. Like, we've got some blobs. Okay. We should do the heads next. They have like their faces are mostly white. Apparently is a Native American word that means like white head or something like that. Or pale head, something. So we will give them very light gray because then we can do highlights and darkest. Doing an impossibly good job. It kind of feels like that right now. Everything's like impossible. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things. You need to go underneath. And we will do the fixings of things later. Because they're possums. Oh, I get it. Impossibly. That is very cute. I think I labeled this in the, like, the save file. The folder for it is Possums the 13th. I thought that was kind of cute. I think we'll do this one. But mostly because, like, he's essentially a metal skull, so... Doo-doo-doo. I think this one's my favorite because he's just like, hey, how you doing down there? And this guy's like, what? He's just hanging out. I mean, technically, almost everybody's hanging out. I thought this was a really cute idea. Like, after doing the bat Jason, who was just hanging around, I thought like little possums hanging out would be cute. Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to mask this, and like all of these colors are going to go in this mask, so they're not going to be as messy. Look at that. They're already slightly better. Hey, Keith. Welcome back. We got so many people just hanging out. Alrighty. I think that's good for that. Okay, we need the light blue for her sweater, but we're just going to incorporate like little smatterings of color into her fur. And that might be too light. It is a lighter blue. Maybe we'll go with a desaturated lighter blue. She's the only one that gets this color. And we might just, oh, it's kind of like we might just put it around her neck, but I think we might put some red around her neck. You know, because of all the blood and stuff that she collected on her sweater. I know she was wearing khaki pants, but we're not gonna put khaki in the painting. Like, I'm not down for that. Okay. Alrighty. Save. This one right here, the 1982 one, he looks like he's got like a bandage across his head. It's silly and cute. He needs a little bit more over here. Oh, that's not the right color. That's the right color. Oh, yeah, I have to reset things up. Like, Twitch has changed a bunch of stuff. The stickers, you know, you used to be able to put stickers all over the stream. That has to be reset up. Like, everything needs to be reset up. A lot can happen in over a year. Or has it been like about a year? I don't even know. I don't even remember. Okay. Let's do... I'm thinking kind of like that. Sprays and splatters. Maybe this one. You're getting too old. You're getting too old for this time travel nonsense. We, like, the state of Washington, like, almost passed a thing last year. I want to say it was last year. It might have been 2024, but I was pretty sure it's 2025. And then, like, they were supposed to enact it, and then something happened, and then they ended up not doing it. Which, stupid. I know! You literally don't need it anymore. It actually causes more problems. And it's not like people can math, so... Maybe we go with... Oh, that one's too big. Oh, yeah. That'll get us some gore. Put a little down here. $91 today. Had to go to summer protocol. Oh my god. Dude, it is like ridiculously chilly today. It's actually super gray and rainy. I actually have to leave the house to go to the artist meetup. And I kind of don't want to, just because, like, it's cold and gross out. Might just have some on his head. Oh no, I forgot to pink his feet. Okay, hold on. That goes in here. Then we need to go to the basic brush. Where's my basic brush? Basic brush. Come on. Come on. Good lord. 91. That's freaking insane. Oh, and his feet too. I think it was this one that I decided to use. I will probably adjust that later. Summer Protocol sounds like a Beach Boys cover band. I mean, it does. It really does. Okay. We need... I mean, technically it's still under the possum thing. But we need a silver for the knife. You know what? We do it darker and then we'll just lighten it up. Oh, we're still on the splatter thing. That's not going to help us at all. Right. We do need to lighten it up. I'm going to do this color. I guess we could just darken it then. Whee! Okay, and then this little bit right here. Oh, I forgot a line. I forgot a line. So using inks, we used... Oh shoot, what did we use? Analog nib. Is it this one? At 30. Close enough? Okay, and then, you know what we're going to do? We're going to, whoa. Back to basic. I need to set up hotkeys for some brushes. Color, go back to this one. We're going to color this in. Because then I can do the whole masky thing and the browns and stuff I can add. Okay, I think most of it's like detail stuff. So this is what we got today. I think came a long way. Because we came from, let's group these. Group. Because we came from this, right? It took me like an hour to get there. To this. Where did, what, WTF? To that. I think that's pretty good. Good progress for the day. Oh. Okay, stop. Stop. Stay. Oh. Okay. Well, that's what I got the energy for today. It was really nice seeing Cherry Round and Keith at ThinkBolt. Have a good day. Stay dry. Stay cool. You know, whatever is appropriate for your temperature. And I will see you next time. Possibly this weekend. Possibly, I don't know. Possibly next Wednesday. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, bye.
Wrong.
Nothing is wrong.
Something is obviously bothering you. Suddenly you're Mr.